Welcome to The Explainer. All right, today we're going to cut through all the hype and all the noise around generative AI. We're going to give you an essential guide to what it is, how it works, and, most importantly, how you can actually use it to your advantage. So let's just dive right in. The world is changing unbelievably fast, and AI is what's in the driver's seat. Getting a handle on these new tools isn't just for the tech experts anymore. It's becoming like an absolutely essential skill for your job, for your studies, for pretty much any creative project you can think of. And this brings up a really big challenge. Not everyone is jumping on board at the same speed. A recent survey at Tulane University actually found that while about 30% of students are using AI every single day, 20%, that's 1 in 5, don't use it at all. And what that's doing is creating this huge skills gap between the people who are diving in and those who are kind of sitting on the sidelines. And believe me, this gap is growing fast. I mean, just think about it. Since ChatGPT launched back in late 2022, AI has just exploded from this, nerdy concept into a tool that literally anyone can use. Keeping up means you really have to understand the core abilities that are driving this whole revolution. So what can these AIs actually do? I mean, beyond all the hype, it really boils down to 5 core superpowers that you can start playing with today. Let's break them down. Okay, so what are they? They are understand, generate, transform, analyze, and collaborate. These 5 actions, they're basically the building blocks for just about everything you can do with modern AI. First up, AI can understand. And we're not just talking about text, it's what we call multimodal, which is just a fancy way of saying it can process spoken words, sounds like music, pictures you took on your phone, and even video. Basically, if you can turn it into ones and zeros, AI can probably make sense of it. Next, it can generate. This is the G in GPT, and honestly, it's the heart of what makes this technology so mind-blowing. It can create brand new things from scratch that have never existed before, like a weekly meal plan just for you, or an image of, a snowy day in New Orleans, or even some pretty complex software code. Its third superpower is transformation. AI can take a piece of content in one format and totally reshape it. For example, it can take a super dense 20-page academic paper and spit out a clear, bulleted summary in seconds. I mean, that's transformation in action right there. And finally, AI can analyze information to find patterns that we might miss. But here's the real kicker. What makes it so different? Its ability to collaborate. It's not like a search engine where you just bark an order at it. AI actually gets into a back-and-forth conversation with you, which makes it a true partner in your work. Okay, so let's shift gears and talk about the tools themselves and how they use these capabilities. To use them really well, you just need to get one simple but really powerful idea about how they think. So here's the secret sauce, the one thing you really need to get. These models don't think in words or sentences like we do. They think in what are called tokens, which are kind of like short words or even just parts of words. And for every single token it writes, the AI looks at the entire conversation up to that point and just predicts the most likely next token. It just does this over and over at an incredible speed, and that's what makes it feel so human. So this brings us to the big 3. You've got ChatGPT, which is kind of the king of the hill, the best all-rounder. Then there's Claude, which a lot of people love for its really high-quality writing. And then there's Google's Gemini, which has this absolutely massive context window of over 1 million tokens. The easiest way to think about this is like the AI's short-term memory. The bigger it is, the more stuff you can throw it at once without it getting lost or confused. And it's not just about the big 3, right? There are these awesome specialized tools popping up. Perplexity is totally reinventing web search by giving you direct answers with sources right there. And NotebookLM is like your own private research assistant. It only knows about the documents you give it, which is perfect for studying or digging into specific reports. All right, so now you know what AI can do, and you've got the lay of the land with the key tools. But how do you get truly great, high-quality results? Well, it all comes down to a few key strategies. Look, getting amazing results really boils down to one simple word: context. A lazy prompt like write a cover letter is going to get you a lazy, generic result. But look at the difference when you feed it specific context. You give the AI a role, you are a hiring manager, and you give it all the relevant documents. See the difference? That's how you go from using a simple calculator to having an expert advisor on your team. Okay, here is an absolute game changer of a tip. Ask before you task. Instead of just jumping in and telling it what to do, ask it for a strategy first. What's the best way to tackle this? What are the common mistakes I should avoid? By collaborating on the plan first, you make sure that the final result is way more thoughtful and actually in line with what you wanted. Now we have to talk about the flip side. It is absolutely crucial to understand AI's blind spots. Since it learns from, well, the entire internet, it can definitely reflect the biases that are out there. It can also hallucinate. That's a fun word for make stuff up. It has a knowledge cutoff, so don't ask it about last night's game. And this is a big one. It's designed to be agreeable. It wants to please you, so it might tell you your work is great when what you really need is some tough love. So how do you get around these blind spots? Well, it's simple. You build yourself a team of AIs. The single best way to check if something is accurate is to ask a few different, independent models the same question. If ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini all give you the same answer, you can be pretty darn confident that it's on the right track. Okay, let's bring it all home. What does all of this actually mean for you? How does this tech really change the way we learn and work and create? Well, when it comes to learning, AI is basically a fork in the road. You can use it to take shortcuts, to get the answer without doing the work. And in the end, you're just cheating yourself out of really learning anything. Or, if you actually want to learn, you can use it as this unbelievable personal tutor who's available 24/7, who can explain anything, test you, and totally adapt to how you learn best. And that quote right there really nails the massive mindset shift that's required. Stop thinking of AI as just a fancy search engine or a calculator. Start thinking of it as a collaborator. It's like having round-the-clock access to a whole room full of world-class experts that you can brainstorm with and challenge and create with any time of day or night. Seriously, if you walk away with just one thing from all this, let it be this. AI is quickly changing from a tool that you simply command into a partner that you collaborate with. And making that shift in your own mind is the key to unlocking its real power. And that kind of leaves us with one final thought. This incredibly powerful intellectual partner is right there, at your fingertips, ready to go. So the only real question is, what are you going to create together?